What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I've been meaning to make this video for a while to shed some light on Robert Easter Jr. about billions, you know, AB, and I forced the issue because I have a lot on my plate, a lot of stuff I'm trying to work on, but I feel I would be doing a disservice to you guys, the fans, boxing fans, if I didn't get this video pumped out, because this is a kid that I've really been watching for a while, E-Bunny Robert Easter Jr., and he's about to embark on a big fight, and I think it's a sleeper hit type of fight. So again, I think it's my due diligence to give you guys a little bit of insight on the matter. Now, he will be fighting co-main event in a title fight on the Sergio Mora versus Danny Jacobs card on PBC. So PBC setting the bar high, Al Heyman killing it with fights like this. And this is the thing, some of the fights, if you look at it, you don't really know, but if you're a boxing head, like if you don't just look for the Canelos and Mayweathers and Pacquiaos, there's a lot of great fights that you're getting on PBC, like Rasheed Warren versus Payano rematch. The Joe Smith Jr. turned out to be an upset against Andres Fonfara. Fights like Thomas Williams Jr., Adonis Stevenson. I knew all these fights going in would be good fights, you know what I mean, competitive fights, even though they don't have the star power. That's what casuals look for, is just purely star power. I never heard of this guy, and that's why I'm making this video with Robert Easter Jr., because I think it's a great fight. It's a title fight, and if he wins this fight, his name is going to be buzzing. Now, link in the description. There's a news interview, like a little segment that they did, Sports Nightly, Christina Awayu, and it's a great piece. I even learned some stuff, and I love stuff like that, little documentaries or like news segments where I get to learn something. I did not know Robert Easter is the third generation from a fight family. His grandfather fought, his dad was a fighter, a boxer, and now him. He has a record of 17-0, undefeated, 14 knockouts. He's signed to Adrien Broner's About Billions. Al Heyman is his manager. He's 5'11". This is scary for people. You have to keep in mind, this is a lightweight, right? And I posed a question on my Instagram not too long ago. Let's see if I can get to it, where I said, and I think this is a hell of a fight, Mikey Garcia, who said he's moving back down to lightweight. His last fight was at 140 because he had been away from the sport for so long. Mikey Garcia versus E-Bunny, I think, is a great fight that can be built up, and the fans would love it, and that's a meaningful fight. But first things first, he has to take care of business against Richard Commey. And damn, I posted a lot of stuff. But I've really been following Robert Easter, and I think Adrien Broner has him one. I think he has a guy who has the potential to be real nice. I've just been watching him. Obviously, as you step up in competition, that's the ultimate test, but I'm liking what I've seen. I watched his last fight with Mendez, a former world champion, and he stretched him brutally, and it wasn't even funny. And I'm gonna get to that fight in a minute. Where the hell is, oh, here it is. So I posted this 2 weeks ago, and this is a fight that will probably be built up if he can win this lightweight title. He wants a title shot. Mikey Garcia, great fighter, technical fighter. But the problem with a Robert Easter Jr., and I'm not saying who wins, it's not a prediction video or anything, but that height at lightweight, to be 5'11", that's like Paul Williams at welterweight. You know what I mean? It's just a hard style to deal with, especially since the guy has power. So far, I mean, his competition, he just fought a former world champion, but it's been pretty limited. They're moving him along nicely. 82% knockout ratio. So he has power. He has a 76-inch reach, very long arms. You look at guys like Floyd Mayweather, who has long arms at welterweight, and Floyd Mayweather has a 72-inch reach, if I'm not mistaken. So the fact that we're talking about a lightweight that has arms 4 inches longer, and I'm not comparing, I know there's a lot of morons that click on YouTube videos. I'm not comparing Floyd Mayweather style-wise or saying Easter Jr. has done what Mayweather has done. I'm just talking about an actual attribute. Yep, Floyd has a 72-inch reach, so that's a great weapon if you already have power and you use it right. You're a volume guy like Robert Easter Jr. So on PBC, this is a great title fight. Watch that news clipping where they're giving some background. He comes from a fight family. Okay, let's talk about Mendez real quick. A lot of people didn't know this fight when he knocked him out. And they're like, oh, okay, he's been knocked out before. But keep in mind, this is a former world champion that he knocked out, and he did it early. And this is a guy who fought Rances Bartholomew, who is a top-level undefeated fighter who just beat Mickey Bay, I believe, in his last fight. And look, he had never been stopped before in all of his losses, so you have to look at that. And he had 2 fights with Rances Bartholomew, and they were like decision losses, right? Or the first one was a no decision. I forgot why, but the second one was he went the distance with him, and then Easter knocked him out, right? And then he lost after the Robert Easter fight. So impressive for a former world champion, and what Easter did, given the fact that that was the best, that was the step up. That was Robert Easter's step up. Now he's stepping up yet again, back to back against Richard Commey, right? And this is a big fight. He's from Ghana, like Josh Clottey. Richard Commey has a 24-0 record, also undefeated, even though a lot of people don't know him. Look how many knockouts he has, 22 knockouts, and he's a champion, 92% knockout ratio, right? Age 29, so he's under 30. He's pretty tall for lightweight, 5'9", 6'9.5", from Ghana. A lot of the fighters that I've seen from Ghana, they have chins too, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really looking forward to it. It might steal the show from Sergio Mora, Danny Jacobs. And just to talk about that fight real quick, when they said Sergio Mora, Danny Jacobs was happening, I was like, I don't really want to see that. But I understand it, because there was a blemish. Mora had never been stopped before, and he says he hurt his knee, so he wants a fair one to clear the air. He's healed his injury and stuff like that. And the level of trash talking they're doing for each other for this fight, this might actually turn out to be a good one. But the co-main event, I'm really going to be watching. I'm looking forward to Easter Jr. versus Commey. Great fight. It's for the IBF world title, like I said. And if he becomes a champion at lightweight, his name will be buzzing. Plus, he signed to Adrien Broner. So 2 guys with knockout power, 82 and I think it was 92% knockout between the 2 of them. They're both in their 20s. So good fight, man. You guys need to be checking for it. Let me know what you guys think about Billions. And this is what people fail to realize. A lot of people talk about Broner being in jail and that stuff, but he's clearly spent enough time around Big Bro and the Al Haymans or whatever to start signing fighters like Robert Easter, who to me has a lot of potential, you know what I mean? Especially if he wins. Now, him getting his own boxing imprint about Billions, that's a smart business move, especially since he's young, flashy, he does music, Broner, and stuff like that, and he already has a name for himself. Other young talent, urban style fighters, or just fighters from wherever might want to sign with About Billions, especially if he starts producing champions within his team like Robert Easter. Another thing I want to say real quick is, you can hate on Broner all day, but he has experience. For his age, he has a lot of experience. In fact, this is Easter. They're about the same age. I think Broner might be 26 or so, and Robert Easter is 25. So they're very close in age, but Broner is a champion in multiple divisions at this point. So that's a good person to have in your corner, whether you hate him or you hate the dancing or you want to say Maidana beat his ass or whatever you want to say. They're both from the Midwest. And Broner carries a lot of experience because he's a champion in multiple divisions. So that's good advice. I'm sure he wants to see his fighter under his banner do well. So I don't know. It's good to have that type of camaraderie. Let me know what you guys think about Billions. Drop it in the comment section. Share the video. Like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.